first opportunity to coach in this huge game, this huge rivalry. How much are you looking forward to Saturday?
Very much looking forward, especially to today. Gathering with the team and starting our preparations.
Question about Jake Rurak. When you were in San Francisco, was he on the board as a potential NFL prospect? And are you hearing from NFL teams, this season, scouts and whatnot, asking more about him?
Well, you don't call out the board until somebody's at their last year eligibility.
How about the second part?
I would think he would be. I don't.
I mean, have you talked to NFL scouts? Been talking to you about him this season?
I really haven't talked to many NFL scouts this season.
You want to left here in the front, Chris?
Coach in Bo's last press conference with us, he said he did something to prepare for Ohio State every day. Is that something that you follow as well?
I know you know exactly how we go about things. We've been trying to be better today than we were yesterday. We're trying to be better tomorrow than we were today. It's been our approach.
Jim, as a player, it certainly seemed like you guys, Michigan players, treated the Ohio State game differently. Do you not anticipate treating it differently as a coach?
I have no frame of reference for what you referred to. We treated it differently when I was a player.
Yeah, just circled the game, the rivalry game, doing something each week for it, the occasional guarantee and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know where you're coming from. Sorry.
That's okay.
Coach, I know a lot of people look at this as a new rivalry with you and Urban Meyer. I want to get your thoughts on the coincidence of you being born in the same hospital just a few months apart since. It's kind of bizarre how you guys go head to head with this thing.
Oh, I thought that was very interesting and did not know that. And it was neat, proud of that. But I always say my reaction to the coach versus coach build up is he's not going to be blocking anybody. He's not going to be tackling anybody. I'm going to be over there standing on the sidelines, blocking and tackling nobody.
Coach, after the loss to Michigan State, you walked in here and talked about putting steel in your spine. Your team could have gone either way at that point. How did that put steel in your spine, and the way, can you talk about the way they have responded after that loss?
Yeah, very proud. As good as you can. Responding. They've responded at the highest level. They've won all their games.
Move up to the front right, Mark.
Late in the game, J.U. left, and he seemed to have an arm issue, his right arm, and then it seemed like one of the pictures, it seemed like he wasn't using his arm so much after the game. Well, what's his status?
I didn't see that picture. I didn't notice that. He's been working through something, and so.
Do you expect him to play?
Yeah, I do. I haven't seen him today, so as always, we'll rely on the medical team, and trainers, and JU himself.
In the back,
Make that determination.
back left, Coach Adam.
After the Penn State game, you said you thought the offensive line had a good game.
Biggers? Are you Adam Biggers?
No, that's me.
Is that Adam Biggers? I read your stuff sometimes.
Thank you. After the Penn State game, you said that you thought the offensive line had a good game. Now that you've been able to watch the film, how'd they grade out, and who played particularly well?
Really good. One of the keys to the ball game was the way both lines played, the offensive line and the defensive line. Offensively, Graham Glasgow graded out at the highest, and the runner-up, Kyle Kalis. And as a unit, I thought the pass protection was outstanding, and physicality, the hat speed, assignment was all really, really good. And it needed to be. We were running as a heck of a unit there at Penn State. And same for the offensive, or the defensive line. I would say Taco Charlton would be the one that if you're singling out the best performer, but much like the offensive line, it was a team effort in there, and everybody really was acquitting themselves well, playing at the highest level.
Directly in front of you. Adam?
Jim, the past couple of years, Michigan's played Ohio State very well. It was a loss on a 2-point conversion a couple of years ago. Last year, played close for about 3 quarters. How much has the team talked about this year? Have you addressed those guys? Has that been any topic of conversation?
Let me think. Yeah, I mean, nothing's jumping to mind right now. Any specific conversations with the team.
Any reference with those guys of playing well at the end of the year against Ohio State? Nothing like that.
Yeah, I mean, we reference it every week. I mean, it's our plan every week is ceaseless and intense, never slackening, always continuing at the same intense, demanding, or punishing level. So we go week to week.
Middle right, Nick?
Jim, this won't be a game where the winner immediately leaves the field with a division championship. You guys still have to have help. Did you address that at all before this one, or is the message the same as it's been for the past, that playoff thing that you talked about over the past couple weeks?
Yeah, that and the greatest year is getting ready, preparing for Ohio State, beating Ohio State. That's our mindset. And the mindset I just laid out a question before.
Front left here, Mike.
Jim, Jabril, we saw him line up in the backfield. How did you think he did as a running back on Saturday? And he's played 90 plays a couple of times. Does he have a limit that he could go on Saturday?
Well, we were lower on defensive reps this past game. It was in the 50s, I believe. But what's your question? Is he a good running back?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think he's a darn good running back.
Coach.
Your two may get a little crazy. Maybe one of the things we look at.
Back in here between the cameras,
All right.
Curious with Ohio State's loss this past weekend, how that impacts it, if at all, in your mind? As if they would have come in undefeated versus having their streak stopped, does it make a difference?
I think it's the same as we were planning, making our preparations, formulating our plans, get prepared how to beat Ohio State, and practice and learn that plan and prepare for the ball game Saturday. So.
But the psyche of your opponent, does it make a difference, do you think, that they lost? How would it impact it, if at all, as far as them coming in versus being undefeated?
I don't know. Psychological, I would have a hard time even spelling either of those two words right now in front of me. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Coach, directly in front of you, Larry.
How much do you compete with Ohio State for some of the same recruits, and how much does this game matter, do you think, in those competitions, I guess?
I mean, once I go through a full year, a full cycle, might be able to have a better answer for you.
All the way in the back on the right.
Coach, you and Coach Meyer inherited struggling programs, then stabilized it immediately. Looking at what you've done, kind of from afar, from what he's done, is there any commonality, contrast in terms of how you're able to right the ship so quickly, if you will?
I can just speak for ours. It's not an individual accomplishment by any means. It's a team accomplishment. Everybody does a little, and it adds up to a lot. Everything I know, everything in my professional, personal life was experienced here at the University of Michigan, was rooted here at the University of Michigan, the team. That's been our approach.
Coach in the back left.
Just as you watch tape of Ohio State, what's the biggest challenge for your defense against their offense? They struggled against Michigan State, but you know they obviously have capable players out there too.
A tremendous football team. They've probably not going out on a limb by saying that. This is a remarkable team, and what they've accomplished, the rate at which they've won with numbing repetition, tremendous coaching, tremendous program, tremendous players, multiple obstacles and tasks for a football team to face this week. And with that being said, we're very excited to face them.
Front right here, Mark.
Jim, when Kyle went out with the injury, David Dawson just popped right in there. Is that kind of, are you guys trying to do one, because instead of shuffling the line, and because Grant Newsome had earlier and the tackle had been the next guy in, is that just kind of because you want it in the game flow and you just want to go one position for one, or is the hierarchy change there?
No, as it relates to the outside tackles, it's Grant Newsome as the backup. Inside with guards and centers, it's David Dawson.
Coach, over to your left in the middle here.
Coach, I'm curious what you remember of the atmosphere of this game when you played in it, and how you think it'll feel different being a coach as opposed to a player this time.
I don't know, today I'm most reminded of a time when I wasn't even here. You know, I just read about it and heard players from the 1969 team talk about the practice, the preparation the week before the game. And there was snow. The snow was falling. It was up on the banks, and they came in on Monday. And as the story goes, Bo assembled the entire team on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, called everybody down to the facility for a team meeting, and gave them all shovels. And they went out to the practice field and shoveled off the practice field, and it had banks of snow on the sidelines. So again, I wasn't there, but today, as the snow continues to fall, and we got about 9-10 inches on the ground, I was probably most reminded of that atmosphere, and I wasn't even here. Just read about it, heard about it.